I've always been very keen, happy and excited with Diwali preparations, with food, clothing, decoration of the house, and which kind of also made me happy in cleaning the house. Yes, I will be starting all of it very soon. So to keep it in order with food preparations of chakli, nippattu, besan unde that I will be doing nearer the date. So thought, let me get started right now with clothing, and with this festive being my absolute all-time favorite ever since I was a child. I bought a lot of fabric pieces and art and crafty bits from India this holiday that I have stacked and kept everything in one place in this under storage bed, which is very helpful in reaching out to things easily and having that additional space neat and tidy without it being visible. So today I'm planning to create a very elegant saree which is super easy and quite straightforward that anyone can do, needing very few things. So this is a lovely gorgeous satin silk fabric, green color. Now the beauty of making a saree at home, it's unique, just one piece that you will be creating very exclusively just for yourself. This fabric is cut in meters, so I prefer to have 6 yards of fabric cut, in which way when we drape the saree you will have lots of pleats making it look beautiful. Normally sarees bought from stores are little less in size. Checking the length of having the pallu on the shoulder and then draping the fabric around to reach to the other side of your waist. So this will be the measurement for attaching the border. I'm using a fabric pen to mark, and this is the lace which is rich, heavy and big border that I have chosen to match with this saree. So this is a plain piece of fabric, and also when you get the fabric cut you can choose your favorite color and create your own pattern and design, in which way we ladies can have the color, the design and the pattern all in one piece with no more complaints of saying wish this color would have been with that pattern and that design. To both the sides of the ends of the fabric, we can give a simple stitch by edging the saree. Once this bit is ready, we can start attaching the lace by giving a little fold to seal the end and then start from the marked point. When you reach to the end of the pallu section, holding your scissors crossways to cut the lace. And then it's important to stitch it straight away. And then continue to stitch the other side of the lace. To get the neatness, it's important to start working from the pallu and then towards the other end. To attach the border on the other side, that we will need to cut another cross, folding up the lace to get the mark, and then we need to stitch it up straight away. We continue doing the same. It's a very simple and easy way of creating this saree. Now speaking about the material and the cost, as I was in India, I got the material, the fabric for 420 rupees and the lace for 450 rupees. So the total cost of making this super luxurious saree has costed me 870 rupees in total. But again, the cost varies depending on where you get the material from. I would have bought the same fabric and the material here in UK, it would have easily been 8 times the cost. Now I can very clearly say if the same sari would have been bought from a big store or a designer store or a designer outlet, it would have easily costed me around 6,000 to 10,000 rupees. Am I right? Now, there is also a joy in creating things at home. I absolutely and thoroughly enjoy and find it very relaxing to create things at home. And looking at such a stunning piece that I have completed fills me up with happiness, along with saving up a huge cost on pockets. There will be lots of events and gatherings happening during Diwali, so this will definitely be one of the sari that I'm really looking forward to wearing. I felt the need of giving a press to the sari, in which way the border will look more neater holding the fabric. I'm very happy with the way it has turned out. I'm pressing the fabric upside down, especially the border. So much of glow after pressing. Already now keeping it pressed and ironed to wear. I actually bought this lace from Hubballi, my hometown, from a local store that sells laces. It's a tiny little shop but had a huge stock of collection, and I should have noted down the name, but the location is Durgudbel in a very small street down the woolen house, and the fabric is from Sangam Textiles. I'm pretty sure you'll find similar or more variety online, but visiting local shops gives you a clear vision and also to see their stock and to see what you can create of your choice from the store. I'm super hungry now and it's lunchtime that I have got to eat something right away quickly. So thought of making a toastie. I have some leftover dal fry which comes in super helpful. In fact, you can use any leftover sabzi that you have at home to create this toastie. I smear a layer of butter, a layer of mango avakai uppinkai. I love the tanginess in the toastie, and that's the reason I love using pickles in my recipes in whichever toastie that I create. And a few slices of tomatoes, palak leaves, a layer of dal fry, chili flakes and cheese. Now Babybel is the only cheese that I have at home right now and I'm absolutely fine with it. You can use any cheese of your choice. I'm using a grill pan, but you can use even a normal pan to toast with some ghee, which is actually very good for health, which has rich source of vitamins, antioxidants and healthy fats. It's a loaded toastie made in 5 minutes time that I can sit down and enjoy it peacefully. And it is quite a filling as well, making it perfect for lunchtime. I don't drink coffee or tea, but I love and enjoy warm drinks made with fresh herbs and spices. And rather than getting a lemon and ginger sachets from the stores, I prefer making it at home, which is more stronger in taste. For which I have 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder, a good amount of fresh lime, depending on your taste, and warm water. Adding in 2.5 teaspoons of honey and making it healthy and healing. I love such drinks which are quite soothing and perfect for this weather. It's a lot easier to cook food when kids are still at school, and I love going for my evening walk, so thought I can get started in making the dinner ready now. I have very few vegetables at home, but only with these few things I can still create a lot of variety, in fact a whole thali with different items. I have tur dal and chana dal and tamarind washed and soaked in water. Pressure cooking the tur dal first for 2 whistles. And then I grind the chana dal to make vadas. Now I prefer to soak the chana dal overnight and draining all of the water to grind the chana coarsely. I add in very little of water. We want it to be really nice and thick. Now this is chayote. We call it as Vilayat Badnekai, Sime Badnekai. I have just one and I'm planning to use this in creating 3 different varieties of food, including the skin, to make a chutney. I'm getting rid of the pip and cutting the rest into big cubes, which I'm going to split in half in making a sambar and the other half for masargai. With a teaspoon of oil, mustard seeds, curry leaves and the water from the tur dal, I mush up the tur dal and then combine it to make sambar. Adding in all of the cut sime badnekai into the pressure cooker with very little of water for 1 whistle. Now to make the chutney with the skin, which is the sippe, I add in a teaspoon of oil, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1/4 teaspoon of chana dal, 1/4 teaspoon of urad dal, 1 green chili and the skin. We saute it until the skin changes its color. Into the mixie jar, I add in a handful of putani, which is kadle. We also call it as dariya dal, 1/4 cup of grated coconut, a few mint leaves, a few coriander leaves and around 2 curry leaves. And then I add in the roasted skin, salt to taste and few drops of lime. I also like to add in water to grind to make it into a chutney. This chutney is a good combination with rice, chapati, jolad rotte, idli and dosas as well. I'm making homemade sambar powder with half a tablespoon of dhania, which is coriander seeds. We call it as kotthamri kal bija, 1/4 teaspoon of chana dal and urad dal and a few drops of oil that I roast until they are aromatic. Very little of coconut, salt to taste and then adding this masala powder along with a tablespoon of tamarind juice and a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder to the sambar. I'm scooping half of the sime badnekai cubes into the sambar and saving up the other half for masargai. The sime badnekai or Vilayat badnekai sambar has come to a good boil and is all ready now. I have half a fist of putani, kadle, dariya dal, which is all the same, a tablespoon of coconut and 1 green chili, few coriander leaves, salt to taste and water to make into a paste that I add to the cooked sime badnekai along with a tablespoon of yogurt. To make the tadka, a teaspoon of oil, mustard seeds, chana dal, urad dal and curry leaves. I have 2 small baby potatoes that I cut into thin slices. I lay them on the grilling pan by smearing oil on both the sides and sprinkle in some salt. When roasted on both the sides, I add in some salt and cajun powder, giving it a good shake to combine well by covering it up with a plate. To the vada mix, I add in jeera, mint leaves and sabaske sappu, which is the leaves that I finely chopped. I keep it ready only up to this point and add in a few more ingredients later when I'm about to do the vadas. And finally use the chopping board to grate beetroot, which has a very strong color. With a tablespoon of oil, mustard seeds, a teaspoon of urad dal, curry leaves and grated beetroot that I saute for a minute, and then I sprinkle in very little of water and cover it up to be cooked only for 2 minutes time. And then to this I add in salt and Kashmiri red chili powder. I also add in grated coconut and finely chopped coriander leaves. This is a very quick and tasty beetroot thalu, which tastes really good with rice, millet and ghee, or just on its own. I'm all done with just a few more things to do that I will when I come back from my evening walk. I love my daily walks, and after all the cooking, I really feel the need of stepping out and getting fresh air. The weather has been changing so much. It's turning to be cold now. And tell me, who wouldn't want to see this gorgeous view every day? That side of the bank across the river is Newcastle upon Tyne, and these are the bridges, and this side is Gateshead where we live. And this is my daily walking path, which I love the most. I'm back home now and it's almost dinner time. Millet has been washed and soaked in water that I set to boil directly. We love eating millet as an alternative to rice. And this is my secret place of keeping the kadai with oil in the oven. Now this is the time when I add in the finely chopped onions, a teaspoon of green chili paste, salt to taste. These three ingredients ooze in water on their own, making anything turn watery with the time. So it's always a good idea to add them later or only at the point when it's time to make vadas. We call them as masala vada. It takes around 12 minutes time for the millet to get cooked, and when it's still having a little water, it's the right time to turn off the flame. I keep the ghee pot on top to melt with the warmness from the vessel. With hand slightly wet, that I dip the fingers in water and smear on my palm, and then lift up a little portion of the vada mix by flattening it down to make deep fried vadas. So in today's dinner thali, we have masar gai, beetroot thalu, sambar, potato bites, masala vada, chutney and millets. A simple, heartwarming thali made with very few ingredients, using the same for many, but yet has a different taste and flavor.
phone ಮಾಡಿದ್ಲು ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಆಕೆಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ
happy and proud.
ಬಿಸಿ ವಡ ಕರೆದು ತೊಗೊಂಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಶ್ರೇಯಾ ಇವತ್ತು ಅವಲಕ್ಕಿ ಒಗ್ಗರಣೆ ತಿನ್ಲಂತ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ.
I really hope you found today's video worth watching and would consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the bell notification so that you don't miss out on watching the video.